Hello everybody, this is the Flying Turk with another review video for you guys. Today we are taking a look at the Skysimulations DC-9. This plane comes in two variants with like 4 planes in total. We have the DC-910, the DC-930, and both variants come with the passenger and the cargo variant. Talking about the McDonnell Douglas DC-9, it's an American five-abreast single-aisle aircraft designed by Douglas Aircraft Company. It was initially produced as the Douglas DC-9 prior to August 1967, after which point the company had merged with McDonnell Aircraft to become McDonnell Douglas. Following the introduction of its first jetliner, the high-capacity DC-8, in 1959, Douglas was interested in producing an aircraft suited to similar or smaller routes as early as 1958. Design studies were conducted. Approval of the DC-9, a smaller all-new jetliner, came on April 8, 1963. The DC-910 first flew on February 25th of 1965 and gained its type certificate on November 23rd to enter service with Delta Airlines on December 8th. The DC-9 is powered by two rear-mounted Pratt & Whitney JT8D low-bypass turbofan engines under a detail for cleaner wing aerodynamic. For the people that are familiar with the JT8D or not familiar, they are also put on the Boeing 727, though that plane also used them. I think the Boeing 707 also used like an earlier iteration of this engine. But take it with a grain of salt. I am not so sure about that. But what we have in front of us at the moment is the DC-910. This is the smaller baby variant, how I like to call it. This is the baby DC-9. It's a very beautiful plane. I really can't complain about this. It has been nicely modeled by Skysimulations. Small, cute, it works. I seem to have a little issue that's been solved. Okay. Yeah, this is our DC-9. Looks okay. Not the best textures overall, like the landing gear is way too clean and way too new if you ask me. But the panel lines and the rivets and name it, the dirt on the engines and all looks very good. It's a flyable plane, it's an operatable plane. It has a few nice functions here and there. It has a cabin, it has a okay looking cockpit. But yeah, exterior design looks good. This is okay, like acceptable if you ask me. Let's take a look at the cockpit. This is our cockpit. This looks pretty much like the Leonardo MD-80 or Leonardo Mad Dog, just with like the steam gauges here instead of the newer style digital display for the fuel and the engines and the EGT, name it. But generally the same plane, not that much different. If you know how to operate the Leonardo Mad Dog, you will feel at home in this plane. Very similar. It's a little bit more dated. You can see on the top panel it's a little bit different. There are a few gauges like this one over here that are low resolution. There are also a few other things that are a bit more low resolution than I would like, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna complain for the price point and for what you get, it's okay. Gets the job done. You can at least fly safely from point A to point B. This is how this side looks. You have like a briefcase over here. This is the rear. Got like a mask over here. We've got the skylights or the eyebrow windows. I gotta say, I love the eyebrow windows. Lets a lot of sunlight in, and you can see the stars at night as well. So I don't know. I'm a big nerd for these things. And let's take a look at the back. You can open the door, but finding the button is a little bit weird because, well, you should be able to open it here, but you open it through the button on the other side. It's interesting. Let's take a look over here. We've got a beloved coffee machine. Low resolution textures over here, but I gotta say I don't mind that. It at least keeps the performance a little bit higher. You can open these doors through these things, close them through as well. Same for the other side. Oh, you can open it. You cannot go out, but you can open them. And there are some low resolution textures here as well, but like I said, I don't mind that since it's not a part that we're looking at too often. This is the cabin. Overhead bins, not things. Air conditioning, name it. Like it has been modeled in, it's at least here. I'm not gonna complain about it. The seats look horrible if you ask me, but one thing in defense for the Skysimulations, like the windows look good. We can see these lines over here, okay, but like if you take a normal angle, not up close to the window like this, but if you take a normal angle like this, it looks good. Can't complain about it. It looks okay. In some aspects it's a little bit better than Leonardo Mad Dog as well, with the texture design, if you ask me, for the walls. But besides that, yeah, Leonardo is a lot better, my friends. You can also open the rear door over here. Not that it doesn't a lot, but you can open it. Besides that, we don't have an EFB, but we have this paper over here, which is really hard to reach. Like I will show you again. I was really playing around until at one point I found this little click spot over here, which is very tiny, but you can open up the doors through here. You can press them. You have like an air stair. You can get cones, pneumatic. You can see the air stairs. And by the way, I had already started one engine up because I was playing around with the starter procedure. I wasn't able to do it, and then whoop, suddenly I remembered how to do it and I started it. So don't look at that. I will show you how to start the other engine, but we will do a cold and dark video at one point for this as well. See, everything going away, doors closing. Door closing animation is kind of nice, can't complain about it. You can see the handle moving and all. And the stairs as well, like the flap going up, down, how it goes in and out with the railings reaching up. They did a good job for Skysimulations. Their MD-11 was a big flop, from what I remember. I never bought it myself, but from what I saw from other YouTubers and other people playing, it was like not the best plane out there. But anyways, their DC-9 is a lot better than your MD-11. You can get your operational flight plan from SimBrief, your load charts, door control, and you have some options, like literally 3 options. This one, if you turn it off, you get this guy over here, but I think it's kind of distracting, so I remove him. You cannot toggle on and off these options if that's something for you. Honestly, I don't mind it so much. I gotta be honest, guys, it's a good plane for the price, but it's not something like I'm gonna play around with too much with, because I have the Leonardo Mad Dog, man. I paid so much money for that plane. I'm gonna keep using that one for the time being. And that was, by the way, how you turn on the engines. First you turn on the battery, then you should turn this on. This is like APU bleed. This is where you turn the APU on. You turn these things on. Galley power you can turn on as well. Then you come here, turn all these things on. Then left start, right start. You gotta put the pneumatic levers up as well, and you gotta put the fuel control levers up as well. After that point, the engine will start spooling up and start up, as you can see. Okay, we gotta wait a little bit more. Insert fuel pressure low. Okay. Emergency lights not armed. Let's see where those were. Yeah, it's a little bit more different compared to the MD-11 or the MD. What was it called? MD-80, because everything is placed a little bit differently. Like emergency lights, I cannot find them, and in the other one, they were in another place. Let's see. These would be cockpit lights. Okay. Can't complain about this. This looks kind of good. Okay, let's turn it on for the right side as well. And then after this, let's see how it looks at night. There should be one for here as well. but I have not been able to find it yet. Yeah, this plane is a little bit weird, my friends. It's okay, it works and all, but damn, I don't know where certain cabin emergency lights. Okay, these can go on. I think that engine has turned on now. Yeah, engine has turned on. Okay, what is this? Rudder hydraulic continue. Okay, there are like a few different things I've not noticed before, and you cannot select specific flaps. Like on the MD-80, these are like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then it's done. On the MD-80, you have like a turn knob over here, similar to this. You know how this looks, and you can select like anything in between flaps 15 to 25, if I'm correct. Now you can choose your level of flaps. Let's make it quickly nighttime so we can show you how this looks. Night lighting in the plane, can't complain, it looks good. I put it all the way up now, it's a little bit brighter than it should be normally, but it looks good, man. You can get like briefcase light, name it. Looks good. They also did some nice texturing over here, looks like shiny plastic, you know. That's an interesting thing they've done. You can get this clipboard thingy as well here. On the outside. Ooh, outside lighting looks good too. Yeah, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it has more lights than the MD-80. MD-80 I don't think has these. It's like these 3 in front and that's it. But I'm really curious where that light is shining from, because I cannot see any light source. It's an interesting one. It shows here on the body as well, but it's okay. I don't have any words for that. Let's leave it as is. Let's make it daytime again, my friends. That is weird. There are like weird things with these planes. Yeah, we're not gonna do pushback. We're gonna do the Russian pushback. And show you guys the reverse thrust of this. It's either your rudder, ailerons. Okay, did you see that? Like, it closes nicely, but if you want to reverse, it's like bang, in like a millisecond, and it's there. And for the people that are curious where we are at Princess Juliana Airport in the Caribbean, if I'm correct. I don't know, it's not a part of the world that I'm too familiar with, but yeah, we are at Princess Juliana Airport, TNCM if I'm not mistaken, or TCNM. Check it out, it's like one of the famous airports, you know. It at least pushes back nicely with its reverse thrust. The wheel in the front turns a little bit too fast sometimes. There we go. Ooh, that's nice. We can see some discoloration, like a hint of blue. That's something nice they have added. It's not something I've seen with a lot of planes these days, but that would make sense. You can see it here, a bluish hue. Okay, anyways, let's focus on taxiing. We are gonna taxi towards the runway. We're gonna do a quick takeoff to show you guys the performance of the plane, how it behaves and how it handles. We will see how it's in the air as well. And after that we will try to land it quickly, so that you guys can have a basic idea on the plane and how it functions and how it behaves. We won't need all of this runway, but we're gonna go... Let's see. No, we will need it. Not all of it, but we will need at least a third of this runway. Taxiing is nice though. At least with the DC-910. Turning radius is a bit weird, at least how it turns is a bit weird to me. It's a smaller jet, not something I'm that used to. It kind of feels like a business jet, but it ain't. It ain't a business jet. And I'm so used to flying the A350 these days that it's a little bit weird turning this fast. Normally you wait until the line is over here and then like full left. But anyways, now we don't need that anymore. But I gotta be honest, my friends. Do I recommend this plane? Do I recommend it? If you don't have the money for the Leonardo Mad Dog and you want to enjoy an MD-80 style plane or a DC-9, I can understand why you would want this, but do I recommend it? Honestly not, man. Honestly not. Yeah, it looks fun, it looks nice and quirky, name it, you know, like an old school retro jet, but Skysimulations is unfortunately not one of the best developers out there. Okay, Leonardo, it's not one of the best either, but it implements a lot of things that you wouldn't expect to get in like an add-on plane. It just adds so much, it makes the price worth it. This one, like $50, I don't know. I don't have a correct opinion about this plane, to be honest. Like I can see the fun factor in it, you know, like you can have a lot of fun with it if you're on a budget. If you really want to fly a DC-9, this is at the moment our only option, so this would have to do it for you. Oh, by the way, it's not braking. I have like almost no braking power. I've probably done something wrong. Or the brakes are just horrible on this plane, that's also a possibility. But it's practically not doing anything. Okay. I will put up game volume for you guys so you can hear the engines. After that, we'll put it down again and we'll talk about in the air. So, see you after takeoff. Okay, my friends, it is quite a loud plane. It makes a lot of sound, as you can hear. It's not a quiet one. But I'm gonna be honest, it was a very bad takeoff from my part, though. But it's a good plane, you know. It can fly, you know. It's not like the Aerosoft A330, which like starts diving and climbing randomly. It at least functions, it at least flies. It's definitely better than Captain Sim's 717. But yeah, it's a weird one. I cannot decide on it if I really recommend it. But for the price, I can say, okay, yeah, check it out. But if it was cheaper, I would recommend it. But for the price at the moment, it's like, I would say save up your money, buy the Leonardo Mad Dog. But if you're on a tight budget and still want to enjoy these types of planes, yeah, go get it. Go get it. Sound design, by the way, is very nice. It's not the best out there, but it sounds close enough to like other videos I've seen on YouTube. It sounds close enough to the real deal. The engine sounds I like. I don't know if these are the correct engine sounds, but I like them. I think they're close enough to what we have, you know, to what we can get. It's a good product overall. Like, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10 for what it is. with all the versions you get as well. Like you get the baby DC-910, you get the DC-930, which is longer, like MD-80 scale or MD-80 size. I would say give it a chance, man. If you can try it out at a friend's house or anything, like give it a shot. It's not a bad plane. It's fun to fly. It's fun to do things in. Yeah, you know what we're gonna do? This video has been going on for a while, but I want to show you the 30 variant. I will take out the freighter variant of the 30. So give me a minute, guys. I will respawn at the same airport with the DC-930 at the runway. We will take off with that one, and we will do a landing. Let's do a landing with that one. Yeah, I think that's a better idea. We will land with the DC-930 and show you on the ground. Let's see if there are any differences with that one to this one. And yeah, that's the idea. Okay, I'll see you guys in a minute.
2 hours later.
Okay, my friends, welcome back. Now we're in the DC-930. This is the longer variant, and this is the freighter variant for a difference. You can see it's a DHL, it doesn't have windows. Well, it had windows, but they're covered up. I will show you later when we have landed. We are going for a landing at Princess Juliana. This is the same airport that we took off from with the other one. The cockpit is identical, as you can see. Nothing is different over here. And I am curious if we can open it. Yeah, if you open it, you can see a big cargo bay over here. And we will check on that while we're on the ground. We will show you a little bit more detailed, but it's nice. It's nice to have this. Like, there are some people that really love the cargo ops, and with the MD-80 we don't get any cargo versions, but with this one at least we get some cargo versions. So yeah, it's something for everybody, right? Like, one thing that makes it really worth it to this package is all the different variants you get. Like a Leonardo Mad Dog, you buy the MD-82 and that's it. Like, you can buy the expansion for the MD-83 and MD-88, but it doesn't change that much because it's practically the same plane and only a different engine, you know? Like, the inside is the same, the cockpit is the same. But this one you also get like the teal dashboard, like looks like an old jet, looks like an old plane. It adds to the ambience. Okay, flaps are set to 40. We will put them to 50 when we are on the ground. It handles really nicely though, I gotta say. It's very maneuverable. I wasn't expecting this for when I was flying it for the first time. It almost feels a little bit too maneuverable in some circumstances, and in others it feels like a brick in the sky. I don't know why that is. It might be because of the weight and the wind and the power situation, because these JT8D engines are a bit underpowered for what they're doing. They're making a lot of noise but not a lot of power. Okay, we should put that nose down now because we are reaching the check marks, or the piano marks. I don't know what they call them. Okay, this is gonna be a bad landing. We are off center, we are climbing again. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not used to this plane. It's really weird, especially when you drop flaps. It starts climbing extremely. Oh, that was a very bad landing. And we have those horrible reverse thrust again. Yeah, that was a horrible landing, my friends. Not something I'm really used to flying. And look at how long the nose stays up. That was something new. That nose stayed up for a really long time. Okay, if you want to make a tighter turn, put the right engine up. You know what? I'm not gonna mess around. We're just gonna stay here. We're gonna mess with the plane over here. Let's see, DC-9 series, if you have like different options over here. Yes, we have some different options for the cargo variant. Let's move our flaps up and let's drop everything. Okay, there we go. And let's go to the drone mode. Okay, my friends, as we can see, this is our DC-9 cargo variant in the DHL livery. It looks very nice. It's a tiny bit different because it's the cargo variant, and I like to see these spider tubes here. Nice detailing. It's not the best detail. There are planes that do it better, but at least we have it, so I'm not gonna complain about it. This is our big cargo bay. As you can see, we have this big circular net over here. Goes all the way to the back. And we still have this thing over here, which we can press, but it practically does nothing. It should be like a stair over here, but it doesn't show the stair. It's kind of a bummer. And this is what I was talking about. Like, you can see the windows over here, like that, emergency exits, because these were practically converted planes. You can see the windows that were here that have been covered up. On the front, they did a little bit of a better job with covering it up. They put like a all new panel over here, but on this side they were like, no, screw it. We're just gonna cover it up with something, and it will do. And by the way, I didn't show it earlier, but these are the sleds. They look okay, but nobody's gonna move in this close like that I am. But I don't know. Could have done a little bit of a better job with it, I think. But for the price, again, I'm not gonna complain. It's a good enough plane for me. It gets the job done. It flies nicely. It flies okay. Behaves okay. You get like multiple variants as well. It's okay detailing. Like, okay, this type of detailing here is a little bit meh, but again, not something that people would look at every day or every second, you know. So it doesn't matter too much in that regard. But yeah, guys, this is it. This was the review for the DC-9 from Sky Simulations. Do I recommend it? Honestly, not really, but if you want it, go get it. I don't think you will regret it that much. It has its own fair share of issues, but they were supposed to bring out some updates, so yeah. If they bring out the updates, I think it can be a better plane, but until that point, like 7.5. But my friends, that was it for the Flying Turk. Have a good day, safe flights and safe landings, and see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.